Hey, you guys. So I'm going to sit and wait and see if I get any viewers. If not, then I will just continue to talk and just talk and talk. I know it's been a minute, so I'm just going to wait for a couple of minutes, let some people come in. Let's see. Hey. Okay, so I got one viewer. I was going to wait a little while because I want to talk about braids and a different kind of hair. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll just start it off because it's been a minute since I've been on live, y'all. And I'm at home. Hey! And I'm at home and I ain't got shit to do. But I had just got a serious phone call. Everyone knows that I am a licensed braider. So lately, I've been doing braids. I've been doing braids for a long ass time now. Excuse my French. But what I'm getting is that I have a sensitive scalp and I love braids and I can only use different type of braiding here. I actually got a client, which is my cousin. Her name is Nicole. And that's my guinea pig. I use her for any and everything that I'm trying new. I just, it's just my test dummy with a lot of things. And she has a sensitive scalp too, as we realized and figured out as of today. So I put some braids in her hair maybe about not even a month ago. I used some new hair, which is the queen bee hair. And I've noticed that even with the queen bee hair, my scalp is not healthy and it breaks out, scabs up. And I know a lot of girls be wondering why they go to the salon and they hair after a week or so, they're like, why is my hair scabbing? Why my scalp look like this? I never have to go through this. It's usually because of the hair that you are using. Now, everyone knows you go into the hair store and it's 1,001 braiding hair. You got Expression, you got Queen Bee, you got Easy Braid, you got some cheap stuff from back in the day that only cost $1 a bag. Like, it's so much different kind of braiding hair. So it's kind of hard for us to see and say, hey, this is the braiding hair that I'm used to. This is the braiding hair that I'm going to use. But deep down inside, as a braider, that Expression hair, of course, is reasonable pricing and it lasts a long way. It goes a long way, but you have to cut it in half and tease it. Now, that puts like 2 to 3 extra hours on the service. So I try to go the easy way out. Everybody started talking about Queen Bee hair. I've used Queen Bee hair. A no-go for me. I used it on my cousin, a no-go for her. And I've been using Queen Bee hair on a lot of my clients and I have not had any issues. But since I have a sensitive scalp and sensitive skin, period, my cousin has a sensitive scalp. And it could be the chemicals that's on that Queen Bee braiding hair. So now I'm about to start doing research, you guys. So I am going to start going live a little bit more on this topic, only because I love my braids. And I did find a braiding hair a couple of years back, maybe like 3 years back. And I can't remember what it is because I've been trying all this different braiding hair. Now, if you notice with braiding hair and your scalp is very sensitive, it scabs up, it bleeds, you get bumps around your edges, all kinds of crazy stuff. And you like, oh, that girl used something in my hair, da-da-da. And it's nothing that she had used in your hair. It's the braiding hair that you either brought or she's using. And I'm about to go do research. Like, bona fide research on different kind of braiding hairs for sensitive scalp, because I think it's something that we really do need to do research on as far as healthy hair and healthy scalps. Like, I'm big on healthy hair, as everybody would know. I like to see my clients' hair grow. I like to see them come back and they have like 2 or 3 inches, which is crazy, but it's real life. Yeah. It's real life where they bona fide have long, healthy, growing hair once we do braids or a sew-in or something like that in that nature. So just to know that my cousin called me and I've been braiding her hair for I don't know how long, and usually we use the expression hair and her hair is not sensitive to that expression hair, which is crazy. So that queen bee hair might actually have more chemicals in it than regular old school braiding hair, because I use old school braiding hair on her too, like that cheap stuff that costs $1. It's harsh on my hands, but it works for her, you know. So it's kind of hard to say as far as braiding hair, but yeah, I'm about to do the bona fide research, and she's willing to do it with me because she's my guinea pig. So we're going to be spending a little bit of money on different kind of braiding hair just to kind of see, even if, yeah, I just got to see. I have to see. I have to see, like, because I love my braids, and after a week, I'll be ready to take them out. And sometimes I can last about 2 weeks, but she probably had them in her head for a couple of weeks. Maybe not even a couple of weeks. I think it was like, I just did her hair not too long. Actually, I just did her hair about 2 weeks. She couldn't even deal a full 2 weeks. Yeah. Like, information of the scalp, and I had to tell her, all right, well, go get that, the peppermint oil and lavender, and that will take the inflammation out of your scalp and kind of tone everything down. So she's doing that, but since we had a long discussion about it, I figured I'd go live and talk about it, because now I have to figure out, just in case I get another client that has sensitive scalp, a sensitive scalp just like me, because I didn't know her scalp was that sensitive. I'm thinking I could use anything on her hair, and I can't, because the queen bee is not the business for her. It's just not. So, yep, because we just got too much braiding hair out here in the world. And we can go in the store and it's like 10 different brands, and we don't know what's what, because everything has chemicals on it. And then I'm lazy and I don't like to soak it, because literally I did that one time before and it didn't work. That apple cider vinegar and soaking it for like 20 to 30 minutes, that ish didn't work for me. Like, my scalp was still sensitive, like, and I love my braids because I don't like doing my hair, and I'm very lazy now. Like, it looks like my hair's always done. I'll braid that mug down, put a wig right on top of it, and call it a day. So, I'm just saying. So, yeah. I'm tired of the itchy scalp and the flakiness. I already got an itchy scalp and flakiness without it, but it's not as bad as it is with the braiding hair. So I am about to do some serious research, and I'm going to come back to y'all and let y'all know, because I feel like as a braider and somebody that likes healthy hair and love to see a healthy scalp and don't see any flakes or any bumps or anything like that, unless you bona fide have like a condition with your scalp. But I'm about to do it because it only takes that one time you get a client to come to your house and they bring their hair and they call you back like a week later talking about they taking their hair out, and you're like, I use the same things I use in your hair any other time, so maybe it's the hair that you use. And I hate to tell my clients that, because I'm bona fide customer service down. Like, I love to be have good customer service, because that's what I expect. So I don't have many sensitive scalps, but my scalp is one of them. And now I found another person, which is my cousin. She's another one. So now I'm just going to do research on trying to figure out what braiding hair is good for sensitive scalps. And that's all I could pretty much do. So I will be coming back to y'all after I start doing research within the next couple of months. I'm going to start soon, because it is a braiding hair that I want to use on my hair to see, because everybody keeps saying, well, use it. You know, your scalp won't itch that bad, or whatever the case may be. We'll see. But it's that easy braiding hair. Everybody say it's good. Just like they said that queen bee hair is good. The queen bee hair is definitely good. Don't get me wrong. That shit is amazing, okay? Like, it's the ish, okay? I love the way it makes the braids look and everything. But that easy braid is already teased. I like that part, but I have not used it. It says it's itch free, but I don't think anything is itch free if your scalp is very, very sensitive. So I'm about to go down literally the chain of all the braiding hair and kind of see, even down to the cheapest dollar brand hair, even though it's $1. I mean, hey, what can I say? But at least I know if I get someone that says, hey, my scalp is super sensitive. This is like maybe my second time getting braids. First time I got braids. This is what happened. At least I could be like, hey, you know, I have this. Or this braiding hair is good for sensitive scalp. Or this one might not break you out. But at the end of the day, queen bee hair is stronger. It must be stronger than the expression hair, because my cousin could use the expression hair. She can't use the queen bee hair. So I don't know. I'm just going to do research all the way down the board, because every time I walk into the hair store, there is another brand to buy. And it's kind of, you know, aggravating, because you're like, hey, this hair is good, and then you hear about this hair, and this hair is good, and this braiding hair is good. And yeah, I don't have time to be soaking no hair. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm lazy. I just want to braid, part, and go. Braid, part, and go. Let's go. You know, I don't even want to tease the hair no more. And that's what the expression hair is. Like, I have clients that like to use the expression hair, and I bona fide charge them, you know, an extra $10 to $15 and they have to bring me the hair ahead of time, only because it takes time. It adds like 2 to 3 hours onto the service. When this new hairline, of course, got a whole bunch of chemicals on it, just like Kalinkalon hair, and it's like a quick braiding process, maybe like 4 to 6 hours, depending on what length. Maybe a little bit longer. Maybe you get them all the way down to your butt. It's about 8 hours, just depending. But it just depends, man. Like, I'm so tired of me putting braids in my hair, and then after a week later, everybody's like, where's your braids? Well, let me explain to you. And nobody understands, because nobody has sensitive skin. Nobody has a sensitive scalp. At least none of my clients do. A lot of my clients have, you know, they can take anything, but I can't, nor can my cousin. So 2 people, I don't need a third person coming to me talking about, hey, girl, honey, what you put in my head? The same thing I put in your head all the time. So I'm gonna figure it out. Y'all know I like research when it comes to hair. I live and breathe this stuff. Yeah. But yeah, bona fide, like, for real, all jokes aside, like, me being a braider, I have to figure this out. I have to go down the line. And it's crazy that my cousin called me, and she's willing to help and spend a little bit of bread on the braiding hair, so that we can figure out in between both of our heads, like, what is good. I'm even going to do the research, see if they got any organic hair, which would probably be more. But yeah, yeah. And I'm in a group on Facebook, and I've asked in the group, and they suggested that easy braiding hair too. But then also, I ran across a lot of people saying soak it in the apple cider vinegar. I don't know about that, because even with the apple cider vinegar, it still irritates my scalp, soaking it. So I don't know if I'm not soaking it long enough. Maybe I need to let it soak for like a whole hour. But that puts more time on the braiding service, as far as, you know, me or my cousin or any other client that I might have as a sensitive scalp. Because I think I got one more client, and it's a younger little girl, and I think her scalp is sensitive, but her mom brings me the braiding hair that she uses, which is usually an older brand, you know, from like back in the day or something, or it looks like that type of hair, which anybody can use that type of hair, because those chemicals is not that harsh on that hair for some reason. And it works. You know, if you have a sensitive scalp, and you know you or your child has a sensitive scalp, they tend to bring me the type of hair that they use, which is not a problem. But that calincolon hair, I'm sensitive to that too. So I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out for my clients. I am, because I love y'all. But of course I'm silly and I gotta go now. So I just figured I will share that with you. So in the next couple of weeks I'll start doing little different things as far as trying to find different hair. But probably in the next couple of months I have everything all figured out to see what works best for sensitive scalp. But at the end of the day, everybody's scalp is different. And we all have to know that. Even as a braider and a stylist, we have to know that certain people's scalps can't take certain things like oils, peppermint oil, tea tree oil, olive oil. A lot of us cannot take those oils. Shit, even coconut oil. I know people that can't use coconut oil on their scalp either. And that's what we were over here figuring out. Like, she asks like, hey, did we use anything different? No, I used the wild growth oil on the scalp, and I'm like, no, the only thing I probably used was the edge control, because that edge control is the beast, boy. Like, that thing is, that thing. Okay, my sister put me onto that thing that I can't even remember the name of. I had to go get it, but that edge control is the beast, and I'm like, that's probably the only thing different is the wild growth oil. But I think I use the wild growth oil on her hair all the time too. So we were just trying to figure out, because only her scalp was inflamed. And I was like, it had to either be the hair, because we have used different types of hair on her before, the cheap hair and the expression hair, and we never used the queen bee hair. So that queen bee hair might be too strong for people with sensitive skin. But we was over here trying to figure it out, like Bonafide, edge control, jam, just trying to figure out like what it was that had her scalp very inflamed. And me being who I am, I'm determined to figure it out. But it had to be the queen bee hair. So me as a braider, once again, I am going to say that I have to figure this out. And I'm going to figure it out. And I will let y'all know in the next couple of months, because it's going to take me a couple of months, because I'm going to end up using my head, her head. I don't have nobody else that has, well, I do have that child, but I don't want to use her because she's a child. But as far as me and my cousin, I will be using our heads and our scalp to kind of see, excuse me, my allergies is bad, to see like what is like the best braiding hair for sensitive scalp. I just have to do it. Like, I have to. Ain't nobody else doing it. Ain't nobody else. I can go on any site right now and try to figure out what braiding hair is good for sensitive scalp, and I get no answers. Like, I Google the shit and I get no answers, and that's what makes me mad. Like, I gotta figure it out. I can ask other stylists and they'll be like, hey, use this or try this, and I've tried this before and it wasn't. But everybody, like I said, everybody's scalp is different. Somebody else's scalp could be more inflamed and more irritated, more red, more flaking, more scabbiness than mine. So I'm going to figure it out, because this queen bee hair done had jacked my cousin's hair up. She couldn't stand the scabbiness. I don't blame her, because I can't stand it either. When I wear it, I can only get through maybe 2 weeks. And that's me washing my hair with the braids. And like, who wants to wash their hair after a week? And it still like irritates my scalp after a week. I can use peppermint oil that would slow down the inflammation of my scalp. Peppermint oil and lavender or a tea tree oil, and it makes it worse. I'm like, and she said the same thing. She put her normal oils that she would normally put on her scalp that will maybe like, calm down the itching. She said it made it worse. So it had to be that type of hair just for her, because it does it for me too. So I'm determined. Yeah, I am. I know y'all tired of hearing me talking, but I ain't been on here in a while. And I figured I'd talk to y'all about something that I care about, and that's hair. Yeah. So, yeah. That's what it's going to be. So in the next couple of months, I'll be doing research, and hopefully I should come back and tell you, okay, my scalp and my cousin's scalp, this is how it looks. Maybe I even take pictures just so that you can see the difference, because I love to see the pictures. Like, she didn't take no pictures, and I wish she did before she took it out. But, like, I would love to see that. Like, just interesting. Like, it's the science. It's a science to our hair and our scalp. It is. Y'all don't know it, but it is bona fide a science. I actually read a book on that too, so I'm a little up on us. Yeah, but anyway, all right, so happy Tuesday, you guys, and I hope I didn't talk your ear off, and I hope this was interesting just as much as it was to me. And I gotta figure out how to get this on my Instagram, and yeah. But I might just upload it to YouTube. I ain't been on there in a while, you guys. But yeah. Yeah. So that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. I'm going to do research on braiding hair for sensitive scalps. Because my scalp is sensitive. My cousin's scalp is sensitive. And I got to figure this out. Because I love my braids. And I don't be wanting to do my hair. Hey, Shayna. Hi, boo. Yeah. So, I am going, I am getting out of here. I done talked enough, so y'all can replay this message, because it is very interesting. Well, it's interesting to me. It might not be interesting to y'all, but it's interesting to me. So, I'm going to go back to my boredom. Happy Tuesday!